All right, here we are in beautiful York, Maine, heading over to Inn on the Blues for the Saka by the Sea Cigar event here in Maine. Let's check it out. Oh, we got our gift cigars here. We got a full table of stuff for sale here. All right, we're here at the special Saka by the Sea event here in Maine.
Very special.
Thank you for coming to Maine.
I mean, look, we got the rescue department, we got the ambulance here. I mean, what more could you ask for in an event that doesn't end?
It's not a Saka party until the first responders show up, am I right? So I wanted to ask you, do you really hate Lanceros?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
A few things with Lanceros. I mean, I've never had a Lancero that I didn't think couldn't be a better cigar if it was made in a Lonsdale.
Okay.
Lancero blends are very simplistic because you have very little room. You really only have enough space in the blend, one filler or maybe a half a strip of something else. So there's not much complexity to a Lancero. So like when you're blending a Lancero, and also you can't do any tricks, you can't do any backfilling, you can't do any bunching techniques. So what ends up happening is it's really just kind of put A with B, put B with C, put C with D, put A with D. It's like throwing darts at a board.
Yeah.
And eventually one doesn't taste like shit, and there you go, you blended a Lancero. So there's like no skill to it at all. The other thing I don't like about Lanceros are you always have a hidden problem with construction. Lanceros tend to be tight, and most people think they're tight because they're skinny and they're packed too tight. That isn't the problem. The problem occurs when you're putting them in the press. Halfway through the pressing time, you have to open the presses and rotate the cigars 90 degrees. But what ends up happening is because the cigar is so long and so skinny that the one side will get tweaked to the left and the other side will get tweaked to the right. So what you'll end up with a twist inside the bunch, and you can't tell that when you're weighing the cigar. So there's a hidden construction flaw that can be in it that's very hard to detect. And then the fourth thing that I don't like about Lanceros is customers don't buy them. Lancero guys chase Lanceros, so it's not like the Toro guys. They have 3-4 brands that are their favorites, and they'll buy those on the regular. The Lancero guys are more into Lanceros, so whatever the new Lancero is, they buy a whole box of it. They smoke one or two out of the box, and then they put it in their Lancero shrine and talk about how fucking amazing it is for the next decade. But so there's no like consistent sales in it. And then I have a fifth thing that's really personal, and I don't like to smoke anything that makes me feel like a pedophile. But that's a personal issue.
Sure,
so
okay.
That doesn't account to everybody.
You beat me to my second question, which is why Lonsdales are better than Lanceros.
Well, Lonsdales are better because once you get up into like a 43, 44 ring gauge, you can now start having some intricate blends. You can start to change how you position within the bunch. You can now change where you choose to backfill and not backfill. You can't do any of those little tricks in a Lancero.
Yeah. All right, my next question is about the fiddlehead.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed the fiddlehead. Honestly, the first third I felt simple, but then by the time I got further into it, it was great. And I felt like, there was unique profiles, all the things you can taste like wood, taste like this, taste like that. But by the time I got to the end of it, I felt like all those flavors really merged together into a unique flavor that was really its own. So I found that to be a really special cigar, and I was glad I got a box of those. Do you think that Fiddlehead will come back for 2026?
I just had the meeting with the CNH on Thursday, and they all want to make another batch of Fiddleheads. So there'll be more Fiddleheads next February.
Awesome. And final question is, do you eat Fiddleheads?
No, those are disgusting. It's like eating broccoli raw. Look, Fiddleheads are, for people that don't know what a Fiddlehead is, it's just basically it's like the backwoods greens that you would have in the South. That's what a Fiddlehead is, right? And the reality is the only reason why the Fiddlehead is palatable because you drown it in garlic and butter and olive oil and you saute it, and then it makes it palatable.
That is exactly how you eat it, with garlic and butter.
The reality is you could put shrimp in that garlic and butter and it tastes 100 times better. So no, Fiddleheads are not on. They're not for me. No.
But you chose it instead of calling it the Old Man in the Mountain cigar.
I just thought, look, was like a little catchy because you make a fiddlehead, you get to make the special colita on the top.
Yeah.
It's the shape of the fiddlehead. It's very New England, so it's
It
kind of
is.
unique. So, and it's kind of a cool name, fiddlehead. Something you remember.
Well, so my final question was really going to be, what's your recipe for the fiddleheads you enjoy so much? But since you don't enjoy them at all, why do you choose to live in New Hampshire instead of Tampa or
my
Miami?
wife, because it makes no damn sense at all.
Okay.
It's entirely because of my wife.
Well, you know what I like about New Hampshire? No sales tax, no tobacco tax.
Yeah,
So
no income tax.
from a guy from Maine, when I go to buy a box of cigars and it says $120 and I check out and it's $120, I have a pretty big smile on
You know
my
what
face.
I don't like about New Hampshire?
What's that?
That we only have 2 seasons, winter and July 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mud season.
Yeah.
Mud season and mosquito
It's just
season.
a dirtier version of winter.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much. I
No,
appreciate
thank
you
you.
coming to Maine.
And I say this, we're probably right now the hottest cigar company in America. I mean, we are growing at a crazy rate in a very tough economy. And the only reason why that's happening is because we have so many loyal patrons that, you know, support our brand. And I just want everyone to know we're really, really thankful to all the support that we receive. It's not lost on me. Yes, I'm fucking amazing and I'm great, yada, yada, yada. But ultimately, in the end, the reason why we are doing what we're doing is because we have people that have faith in us, and we are genuinely appreciative. So thank you very much. Give yourselves a round of applause, please.